I think as an actor, because I mean, if it was just to slaughter and kill and be this barbaric thing, I wanted to have him humanity. You wanted to see his inside. So, you know, I knew I was going to bring the action to the table. I knew I was going to have all that, and it was really finding the moments that you want to shine through. You want to find his vulnerabilities. You want to find his sense of humor. You want to find his soft spots.
Well, we're a warrior tribe, and we're surrounded by, we're in a very hostile environment where we're surrounded by other warrior tribes that are all, you know, into grabbing each other's turf. So there's an urgency to what I have to communicate to the next generation, because God only knows how long I'm going to be around.
No matter how much you prepare mentally and physically, and you read it and you take notes, you say, I'm gonna do this here, I'm gonna say this here. It so changes when you're in the moment, because just being an actor and being in that sort of situation, that feeling of when they yell cut to be disorientated and not know where you are is truly a powerful feeling. So, I mean, you can strategize all you want, but until they say action, it really goes all out the window.
I really liked the Tamara character because she's not a damsel in distress, and she does get in fights and kill people, and she, you know, even after Conan abducts her, she kind of gives him a little bit of attitude. She's very strong-willed, and I love a fight scene. I love a sword play, fight scene, coordinating, riding horses, shooting people. I do all the action I can.
Behold, your new master!
After the barbarian village burned to the ground, all that remained was a boy who would become a legend.
The man who killed my father, I will follow you to hell. I do not want your kingdom. Then what? I want your head.
Conan the Barbarian.
You know, when I read Robert E. Howard's stories, and this is where we're pulling it from, is like, I wanted to take Frank Frazetta's paintings. I want to take that character and rip it off and put it right in the film. He was so, that to me is Conan. Makes you want to read those stories. When you read those stories, you find he's like, I always found he's like a big lion. He's just like, I wanted to study the big cats, and I wanted to, he just had that intensity. It was feral and, you know, and primal, and I wanted to obviously add a little bit of grace to that and have like the samurai, that Asian influence, to put some grace into that.
Marcus is so talented at composition and the visual and the setup and making everything look so great. The parts of the sort of the lineage that you want to keep in the periphery are always there because you're surrounded by them. There was very little green screen in this movie, actually, which is something that a lot of people don't know. And you let most of it fall away. You know, you do the training and the swords play, and I learned how to ride horses, and then you sort of just bring yourself to it, because anytime you're updating a franchise or you're retelling a famous story, you want to make it different and make it your own, and Jason certainly did that, so you kind of just show up and hope that they like the choices you made.
Yeah, well, the king is somebody who really doesn't have the luxury of ever really second-guessing himself. He's got to be firmly, you know, planted on the ground and have a clear vision in order so that he could lead and always have a sense of for the greater good.
Conan's got this kind of old soul mentality. He's very mature in a kid's body. You know what I mean? I mean, he really doesn't mature much more than he is when he's a kid, and he's super mature.
I got to have my own style, which was great. And I had these nails, and I thought, well, what am I gonna do? And they were trying at first to make me, I said, no, let me just do things. So I actually got to use all my ballet movements. I just thought of her as a bit of a snake. Like just somebody whose movements really just transfix people, and then you can just go like that, as a snake would do with their little mouse. You know, they just like kind of back and forth, and you just kind of go like that. Which again, with everybody else's brute strength, the juxtaposition is great. And that, I don't know, she was very fun to inhabit. I missed her.
You know, we tried to get as big as we could. We had a month to get ready. There's only so much you can do, but I wanted him to be nimble and, you know, and move like I said, like a cat. I wanted him to be a product of his environment, not to be this bulk mass of muscle. And having said that, it's very hard to stay in that kind of shape.